everyone, and welcome back to Read English. I'm so glad you're here. Today, we're going to talk about something really important: how to make learning English easy and fun. Many people think it's super hard, but it doesn't have to be. On this channel, Read English, we always try to make things simple and enjoyable, helping you improve your listening, reading, writing, and speaking. So, let's jump right in and discover some cool tips to help you on your English journey. Chapter 1: The Power of Listening. My first steps when I was just a kid, English felt like a big, scary monster. I didn't understand almost anything, and it made me feel really small and a bit scared. Most of my friends already knew some English from TV shows or games, but I felt like I was way behind. I kept hearing people say, "Oh, English is so difficult," and that made me even more nervous. But then, my older cousin, Leo, who always seemed to know everything, gave me some advice. He said, "Just listen. Listen, listen. Find stories, songs, anything in English, and just listen. Even if you don't understand, your brain will start to get used to the sounds." So, I started small. I found some simple English stories online, the kind meant for kids. They often had pictures, which helped a lot at first. It was just noise. But slowly, little by little, I started to pick out words, then phrases. It was like magic. Section 1. Hearing English everywhere. Listening is truly the first step to learning English. Think about how babies learn their first language. They don't start with grammar, books, right? They just listen to everything around them. Your brain is amazing, and it can do the same thing with English. So, how can you listen every day? Music. Find some English songs you like. Look up the lyrics and try to sing along. Even if you don't understand every word, the rhythm and sounds will start to feel natural. Podcasts. There are tons of podcasts made for English learners. Or, if you're feeling brave, try a podcast about something you enjoy, like cooking, sports, or history. But in English, audiobooks. Start with easy audiobooks, maybe stories you already know in your native language. This helps you follow the plot, even if some words are new. YouTube, of course, right here on audio. Read English. We have lots of stories and reading passages for you to listen to. That's why this channel is perfect for you. The key is to make listening a habit. Even just 10 to 15 minutes a day can make a huge difference. You can listen while you're walking, cleaning your room, or riding the bus. Turn dead time into learning time. Section 2. Active listening. It's more than just hearing, just having English. Playing in the background is good, but active listening is even better. Active listening means you're really paying attention. Here's how to practice active listening. Focus on the sounds. Try to notice how words connect, how people pause, and where their voice goes up and down. This is called intonation, and it's super important for sounding natural. Repeat what you hear. This is called shadowing. When you hear a sentence, pause the audio and try to say it exactly as the speaker did. Try to copy their speed, their accent, and their emotions. It might feel a little silly at first, but it's a powerful way to train your mouth and ears. Guess the meaning. If you hear a new word, don't stop right away to look it up. Try to guess what it means from the other words in the sentence. This is a skill that will help you understand more quickly in real conversations. Remember, every time you listen, you're building your English ear. The more you listen, the more comfortable English sounds, and the easier it will be for you to understand and speak. Chapter 2. Don't be afraid to speak. My journey to speaking out loud for a long time. Listening was easy for me. Reading felt okay too. But speaking, oh boy, that was a whole different story. I was terrified of making mistakes. I imagined people laughing at my accent or not understanding me at all. So most of the time, I just stayed quiet. I remember one time I was at a small cafe and I wanted to order a fancy coffee. I knew the words latte and sugar, but when the cashier asked anything else, my mind just went blank. I mumbled something probably in my native language and just pointed. It was so embarrassing. After that, I decided I had to conquer my fear of speaking. Section 1. Mistakes are your friends, not enemies. This is the most important lesson about speaking. Mistakes are good. Seriously. Every time you make a mistake, it means you're trying. It means you're learning. Think of a baby learning to walk. They fall down thousands of times, right? But they don't give up. They keep trying. And eventually they walk, then run, then jump. It's the same with English. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. People who are learning a new language always make mistakes. It's a natural part of the process. Most native speakers are happy that you're even trying to speak their language. They'll appreciate your effort, not judge your mistakes. Section 2. Practice alone. You're private. Speaking studio, you don't need a perfect English-speaking friend to start. Practicing, you can do a lot of speaking. Practice all by yourself. Talk to yourself. Yes, really. When you're alone in your room or taking a walk, talk to yourself in English. Describe what you're doing. I'm making a sandwich now. I need some cheese. Or talk about your day. Today was busy. I went to the store. This helps you form sentences without pressure. Mirror practice. Stand in front of a mirror and talk to your reflection. This helps you see your mouth movements and get comfortable with speaking out loud. Try telling yourself a short story or describing your clothes. Record your voice. This might feel a little strange at first, but it's incredibly helpful. Use your phone too. Record yourself speaking for a minute or two. Then listen back. You'll hear areas where you can improve, like pronunciation or speed. Don't worry if it's not perfect. Just try to notice one thing you can do better next time. Section 3. Shadowing. Again, speaking and listening at the same time. Remember, shadowing from the listening chapter. It's amazing for speaking to when you shadow. You're not just listening. You're producing the sounds. You're training your mouth and tongue. Muscles to make English sounds and rhythms. Find a short audio clip from AudioRead English, perhaps. Listen to a sentence, then pause it and repeat. Try to match the speaker's tone, speed, and pronunciation as closely as you can. This is like singing along to a song. It helps you get the feel of the language. The more you practice speaking, even alone, the more confident you'll become. When the time comes to speak with others, you'll feel much more ready. Chapter 3. Reading Your Way to Fluency. Why books are your best friends after I got a little more comfortable listening and saying a few words. I realized I still needed to expand my vocabulary. I mean, how can you talk about something if you don't even know the words for it? That's when my cousin Leo told me, start reading. It's like a superpower for learning new words. I was a bit hesitant at first. Reading in English felt like a big task. But then he showed me some graded readers, which are books written specifically for English learners with simpler words and shorter sentences. That made all the difference. Section 1. The Magic of Graded Readers. Graded readers are amazing. They're like stepping stones to bigger, more complex books. Start simple. Pick books that match your level. Don't try to read a thick novel if you're just starting. Begin with books that have lots of pictures and very simple sentences. Enjoy the story. Choose topics you find interesting. If you like mysteries, find a simple mystery. If you like fantasy, find a fantasy graded reader. When you enjoy the story, learning becomes fun, not a chore. Don't stop for every word. This is a big one. When you read, don't stop and look up every single word you don't know. Try to guess the meaning from the other words in the sentence. If you really can't figure it out, then look it up. Stopping too often breaks your flow and makes reading boring. As you read more and more graded readers, you'll notice something cool. You start to see the same words over and over again. This helps them stick in your memory. Section 2. Beyond graded readers. Reading. Everything. Once you're comfortable with graded readers, you can start reading other things. Short articles online, find articles about your hobbies, news, or simple recipes in English. Websites like breakingnewsenglish.com offer news stories simplified for learners. Blog posts, many bloggers, right? In a conversational style, which is great. For learning everyday English, your favorite books simplified first. Some popular books have simplified English versions. This lets you enjoy a story you already love while still learning. Lyrics. When you listen to English songs, look up the lyrics. Reading along helps. You connect the sounds you hear with the words you see. Section 3. How reading helps your whole English skill set. Reading doesn't just build your vocabulary, it helps with everything. Grammar. When you read, you naturally see how sentences are built. You learn how to use verbs, prepositions, and different tenses without even thinking about grammar rules. It's like your brain absorbs the patterns. Spelling. The more you read, the better. You get at spelling words correctly. Writing, reading, exposes you to different writing styles and ways of expressing ideas. This will make your own writing better. Speaking. The more words and phrases you see in context, the more words you'll have, ready to use when you speak. So, make reading a part of your daily routine. Even just 15 to 20 minutes can make a huge difference over time. Remember, the goal is to enjoy the journey, not just the destination. Chapter 4. Writing your thoughts. Making English. Stick. After a few months of listening and reading, I noticed I was understanding a lot more. But when it came to actually using the words myself, especially in writing, I still felt a bit clumsy. It was like I had a huge pile of English words in my brain, but I didn't know how to stack them up to make a sturdy wall. My cousin Leo suggested, start writing, even if it's just a few sentences a day. It forces your brain to organize your thoughts in English. So I grabbed a small, plain notebook and a pen and decided to give it a try. Section 1. The Daily Journal. Your private English space. Starting a daily journal in English was one of the best things I did. It's a low-pressure way to practice, because no one else is going to read it, unless you want them to. Start simple. Don't try to write a novel on your first day. Begin with just 2 or 3 simple sentences. Today is Saturday. I feel happy. I will go to the park. Write about your day. This is the easiest. Topic. What did you do? How do you feel? What are your plans? I woke up at 7 a.m. I had toast for breakfast. It was delicious. Write about your thoughts. What are you thinking about? What are your opinions? I think learning English is fun. I want to visit London one day. Use new words. When you learn new vocabulary from listening or reading, try to use those words in your journal entries. This helps them stick in your long-term memory. The important thing is consistency. Even if you only write for 5 minutes a day, doing it every day is better than writing for an hour once a week. Section 2. Beyond the journal, other writing practice ideas. Once you're comfortable with journaling, you can try other forms of writing. Text messages and emails. If you have friends or family who are also learning English, try sending them messages in English. Even simple greetings or plans can be good. Practice. Social media posts. If you use platforms like Instagram, Facebook, or X, formerly Twitter, try writing your posts in English. You can even try commenting on posts from English-speaking accounts. Simple stories. Try writing very short stories. They can be about anything, a funny thing that happened, a dream you had, or a made-up adventure. This helps you connect ideas and build narratives in English. To-do lists. Make your daily or weekly to-do lists in English. Buy groceries. Milk, bread, eggs, call mom. Finish homework. This integrates English into your practical life. Section 3. Why? Writing makes your English stronger. Writing is like a bridge between knowing English words and actually using them. Organizes your thoughts when you write. You have to think about sentence, structure, grammar, and how to logically connect ideas. This helps you organize your thoughts directly in English. Reinforces vocabulary. Each time you write a new word, it becomes more deeply ingrained in your memory. Improves grammar. You'll start to notice your own common grammar mistakes when you write. This gives you a chance to look them up and correct them, which helps you learn. Builds confidence. Seeing your thoughts take shape in written English is incredibly satisfying and builds your confidence for both speaking and writing. So, grab a notebook or open a document on your computer and start writing. Even small steps lead to big improvements on your English journey with AudioRead. English. Chapter 5. Visual Learning. Watching your way to English success after several months of listening. Speaking a little, reading, and writing, I was making progress. But sometimes, when I listened to something or read a story, I still struggled to fully picture what was happening. That's when I discovered the amazing power of watching videos and movies in English. My cousin Leo had always been a big fan of old cartoons, and he suggested, why don't you try watching some of your favorite cartoons in English? You already know the stories, so it will be easier to follow along. I found an old cartoon series about a funny dog named Sparky and decided to give it a try. And wow, it was a game changer. Section 1. Cartoons and shows. Your fun. English teachers watching videos is one of the most enjoyable ways to learn English because it combines listening with visual clues. You can see the characters' expressions, their actions, and the environment, which all help you understand what's happening, even if you don't know every word. Start with cartoons. Cartoons often have simpler language, clear pronunciation, and exaggerated visuals that make them easy to follow. Plus, they're fun. Choose shows you enjoy. Pick TV shows or movies that genuinely interest you. If you like comedy, watch an English sitcom. If you like action, find an action movie. When you're engaged, you'll learn more. Naturally, use English subtitles. As always, start with English subtitles, not subtitles in your native language. This helps you connect the sounds you hear with the words. You see, as you improve, challenge yourself to watch without any subtitles at all. Rewatch scenes. If there's a particular scene or dialogue you really like, rewatch it a few times. Try to understand every word and even shadow the characters' lines. I learned so many new words and phrases from watching Sparky the dog's adventures. I remember laughing out loud at his silly antics, and without even realizing it, my English vocabulary was growing. Section 2. YouTube and Beyond. A world of English content, the internet, especially. Platforms like YouTube offers an endless supply of English videos. Educational channels, of course, right? Here on AudioRead English, we provide clear, easy-to-understand stories and lessons designed to help you. Vloggers and influencers. Find people who create videos about topics you enjoy. Travel, cooking, gaming, makeup, etc. Many vloggers use everyday, conversational English, which is great for learning. Natural speech, interviews, and documentaries. These are excellent for listening to different accents and learning about various subjects while improving your comprehension. Music videos. Combine your love for music with visual learning by watching music videos and paying attention to the lyrics and how they're sung. Section 3. The benefits of visual learning. Watching videos does wonders for your English skills, improves listening. Comprehension. You connect sounds with actions and contexts, making it easier to understand spoken English. Expands vocabulary. You learn new words. and phrases in their natural context, making them easier to remember and use. Enhances pronunciation and intonation. You hear how native speakers pronounce words and how their voices rise and fall, which helps you sound more natural. Boosts cultural understanding. You get insights into English-speaking cultures, which can make the language feel more alive and relatable. Makes learning fun. It's an entertaining way to learn, keeping you motivated and engaged. So, make time to watch English videos every day. Whether it's a short cartoon, a segment from a TV show, or a lesson here on audio. Read English, every minute counts. Chapter 6. Talking to others, breaking the communication barrier even after all the listening. Speaking to myself, reading, writing, and watching. There was still one big piece missing. Talking to real people. It's one thing to understand English, but it's a whole different challenge to respond quickly and naturally in a conversation. My biggest fear was freezing up or not being able to find the right words. My cousin Leo said, "You have to talk to people. Even if you make mistakes, it's the only way to get comfortable." He told me about a friend he knew, a language exchange partner named Clara, who was learning my native language and wanted to practice English. He offered to connect us. I was nervous, but I said yes. Section 1. Find a speaking buddy, your real-life practice partner. Having someone to talk to is incredibly valuable. It pushes you to use the English you've been learning and helps you get comfortable with real-time conversations. Language exchange partners. These are great. You help someone with your native language, and they help you with English. Many apps and websites connect language exchange partners from all over the world. Online communities forums. Look for online groups related to your hobbies, where English is spoken. You can start by typing messages, and then maybe move to voice. Chat if you feel ready. Online tutors. If you have a bit of a budget, online English tutors can provide structured conversation practice and give you feedback. Friends who speak English. If you have friends or acquaintances who speak English, ask them if they'd be willing to chat with you in English sometimes. Even a short chat can help. When I first started talking to Clara, it was awkward. I hesitated a lot, and sometimes I had to use a translation app. But Clara was super patient and encouraging. She'd correct my mistakes gently, and I'd do the same for her. Slowly, the conversations became smoother. Section 2. Strategies for real time. Conversations don't be afraid to ask for. Repetition, it's totally okay to say, "Could you please repeat that?" Or, "Can you say that again?" This shows you're engaged in trying to understand. Use simple sentences. Don't try to form overly complex sentences at first. Stick to simple subject-verb-object structures. I like coffee. I went to the store yesterday. Use filler words naturally. Native speakers use filler words like, well, or, to give themselves a moment to think. It's okay to use them. They make your speech sound more natural. Paraphrase. If you can't remember a specific word, try to explain it using other words you know. For example, if you can't remember fridge, you could say the cold box for food. This keeps the conversation going. Focus on the message, not perfection. The goal is to communicate your ideas. Don't worry if every word or every sentence is perfect. Focus on getting your message across. Section 3. The immense benefits of talking. Talking to others is the ultimate test and reward for your English learning. Real-world practice. It's the most authentic way to practice all your skills at once: listening, thinking, and speaking. In real boosts confidence. Every successful conversation, no matter how small, builds your confidence exponentially. Provides feedback. People you talk with can give you real-time feedback on your pronunciation, grammar, and word choice. Makes learning fun and social. Connecting with people in English is a rewarding experience in itself and can open up new friendships and opportunities. So, Once you feel a little bit ready, take that leap and start talking. It's scary at first, but it's the fastest way to truly make English your own. Chapter 7. Patience and Persistence. The marathon, not the sprint, I'm not going to lie. Learning English, especially getting to a point where you feel comfortable. Speaking takes time. There were days when I felt amazing, like I was making huge progress. And then there were days when I felt completely stuck, like I wasn't learning anything new at all. Those days were tough, and I sometimes felt like giving up. My cousin Leo, who had learned English himself years ago, always reminded me, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Don't give up, keep trying, even when it feels hard. Every little bit of effort adds up. His words always motivated me to keep going. Section 1, don't give up. Embrace the slow progress. Many people start learning English with a lot of excitement, but then they get discouraged when they don't see super fast results. But learning a language is a gradual process. It's like watching a plant grow. You don't see it growing every second. But if you water it and give it sunlight every day, it will grow big and strong over time. Small steps are still steps. Don't feel like you need to study for hours every day. Even 15 to 20 minutes of consistent practice is better than cramming for 2 hours once a week. Small, regular efforts build up over time. Progress isn't always linear. You might have days or even weeks where you feel like you're not improving. This is normal. Your brain is still processing and making connections in the background. Just keep practicing, and you'll suddenly notice a jump in your ability. Focus on the process, not just the outcome. Enjoy the act of learning, the little discoveries, the new words you learn. Don't just focus on the goal of being fluent. The journey itself is rewarding. Section 2. Dealing with frustration and plateau phases. It's common to hit plateaus, periods where you feel like your progress has stopped. This is where patience and persistence become your best friends. Switch up your routine. If you're feeling bored or stuck, try a different activity. If you've been listening a lot, try more. Writing? If you've been reading, try watching a new show. Go back to basics. Sometimes revisiting simple materials can help you. Regain confidence and reinforce your foundation. Remember your why. Think back to why you started learning English in the first place. What are your goals? What motivates you? Reminding yourself of your purpose can reignite your drive. Talk about it, share your frustrations. With a friend, a language partner, or even in an online community. Others have gone through the same feelings and can offer support and advice. Section 3. Celebrate your milestones too. Keep yourself motivated over the long term. It's super important to celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. Did you finally understand that song you love? Awesome! Did you have a short conversation without too many hesitations? Great job! Did you write a journal entry that felt really natural? Fantastic. Acknowledge these moments. Give yourself a little reward, maybe. Listen to your favorite song, watch an episode of a fun show, or just take a moment to feel proud of yourself. These small celebrations create positive reinforcement and remind you that your hard work is paying off. Remember, every single day you choose to practice, you're taking another step closer to your English goals. Keep trying, keep practicing, and you will definitely get there. Your persistence is your superpower. Chapter 8. Dictionaries and Notebooks. Your essential tools as I continued my English journey. I realized that just listening and guessing wasn't enough. There were too many words that I couldn't figure out from context, and I'd quickly forget them if I didn't write them down. That's when I started relying heavily on 2 simple but powerful tools: a dictionary and a notebook. My cousin Leo always had a small dictionary with him, even when we were just hanging out. He'd say, a dictionary is like your personal language guide. It knows all the answers. And he always wrote new words in a little notebook. Section 1. The magic of a good dictionary. A dictionary is your best friend when You're learning a new language. It's not just for finding definitions. It's a treasure trove of information. Look up new words every time you encounter a new word that you can't guess. From context, look it up. Don't let it just fly by. Check pronunciation. Many online dictionaries or dictionary apps let you hear how a word is pronounced. This is incredibly helpful for speaking clearly. See example sentences. This is crucial. Don't just read the definition. Look at the example sentences to see how the word is used in a real context. This helps you understand its meaning and how to use it correctly in your own sentences. Learn different forms. Dictionaries often show you different forms of a word, for example, verb, noun, adjective, adverb. For example, if you look up create, you might also see creation, creative, and creatively. This expands your vocabulary quickly. Synonyms and antonyms. Some dictionaries also provide synonyms words with similar meanings and antonyms words with opposite meanings. This helps you build a richer vocabulary. Today, you have amazing dictionary apps on your phone that are super convenient. You can look up words instantly, even hear them pronounced. Section 2. Your personal vocabulary. Notebook looking up words is one thing, but remembering them and actually using them is another. That's where your vocabulary notebook comes in. Write it down. Don't just look up a word and forget it. Write it down in your notebook. Word plus meaning plus example sentence. 4. Each new word write the word itself. Its meaning in English if you can, or your native language. Most importantly, an example sentence. Using the word, try to create your own sentence that relates to your life or something you're interested in. This makes the word more personal and memorable. Example, word, curious, meaning wanting to know or learn something. Example sentence, I'm curious about how they built the pyramids. Or my cat is very curious. She always investigates new things. Categorize optional, but helpful. You can organize your notebook by themes, for example, food, words, travel, words, work words, or by parts of speech, nouns, verbs, adjectives. Review regularly. The magic of the notebook isn't just writing words down. It's reviewing them. Go back to your notebook every few days and read through your new words and sentences. This spaced repetition helps them move from your short term to your long term. Memory, my little notebook, became my most prized possession. I carried it everywhere and would often pull it out on the bus or during a quiet moment to review my words. It felt like I was building my own personal English library. By consistently using a dictionary and a vocabulary notebook, you'll see your active vocabulary grow much faster. These tools transform passive knowledge into active, usable English. Chapter 9. The Fun Factor. Learning. English through play, learning English. Doesn't always have to feel like study. In fact, some of the most effective learning happens when you're having fun. When you're enjoying yourself, your brain is more relaxed and more open to absorbing new information. This is something I learned as I got older. At first, it was all about hard work, but then I realized that making it fun made it easier. Section 1. Games that teach. English, there are so many games that can help you learn English without even realizing it. Word games. Apps like Scrabble Go, Word, Connect, or even simple crossword puzzles can help you build vocabulary and practice. Spelling, story-based games, many video games have engaging stories and dialogue. In English, playing these games can improve your listening comprehension and expose you to natural conversation. Role-playing games, RPGs, are especially good for this, as you often read dialogue and make choices. Quiz games, online quizzes or trivia games. In English can be a fun way to test your knowledge and learn new facts. Interactive learning apps while we focus. On stories and real-life practice here on AudioRead English, many apps use game-like elements to teach vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation. Duolingo, for example, is very popular. I remember playing a puzzle game on my phone, where I had to guess English words. It was addictive, and before I knew it, I had learned a bunch of new vocabulary. Without even trying, Section 2. Creative. Hobbies in English. Do you have a hobby you love? Try doing it in English. Cooking, baking, find English recipes online, or watch cooking videos in English. You'll learn vocabulary related to food, ingredients, and cooking actions. Drawing art, watch art tutorials in English, or read articles about different artists and art techniques. Crafts, if you enjoy knitting, sewing, or DIY projects, look for instructions or videos in English. Music again, if you play an instrument. Try learning songs with English lyrics, or watch tutorials on how to play English. Songs. By combining English learning with your passions, you make the process enjoyable and sustainable. Section 3. Socializing and entertainment. In English online discussion groups, join forums or social media groups related to your interests, where people communicate in English. Even if you just read comments at first, it's great exposure. Eventually, you can try writing short comments yourself. Virtual events. Many online events like webinars, concerts, or virtual tours are held in English. This is a great way to experience English in a different context. English-only zones if possible. If you have friends or colleagues who are also learning English, try setting up an English-only rule for a short period, like during a coffee break or a specific activity. This creates a safe space to practice. Speaking. The more you can make English a part of your daily entertainment and social life, the less it will feel like study, and the more it will feel like a natural part of your world. This fun factor is a huge motivator and will help you stick with it for the long run. So don't forget to play your way too. English fluency. Chapter 10. Your lifelong English journey. Staying motivated and growing by now. You've learned so many ways to listen, speak, read, write, and have fun with English. My own journey didn't stop when I became fluent. It just changed. Learning a language is not a destination. It's a continuous adventure. There's always more to discover, more to improv, and new ways to enjoy the language. Section 1. Keeping the flame alive. Sustaining motivation. It's easy to get excited at the beginning, but keeping that motivation going for months and years can be a challenge. Set new mini goals once you achieve one. Goal like understanding a movie without subtitles. Set a new one like reading a full novel. Small, achievable goals keep you moving forward. Find a community. Join online groups, forums, or local meets if available, where you can connect with other English learners or native speakers. Sharing your journey and getting support from others is incredibly motivating. Teach others. If you're comfortable, try to explain something in English to a friend who is just starting. Explaining concepts actually strengthens your own understanding. Mix it up. Don't let your routine get boring. Try new types of materials, different kinds of practice, or explore new topics. In English, variety keeps things fresh. Section 2. Embracing continuous growth. English is a living language. It's always changing. To stay sharp and keep growing. Embrace the idea of being a lifelong learner. Stay curious. Always be open to learning. New words, new phrases, and new accents. Don't assume you know everything. Read diverse materials. Explore different genres of books, articles from various sources, and content from different English-speaking countries, UK, US, Canada, Australia, etc. To get exposed to different vocabulary and cultural nuances. Engage with complex topics. Once you're comfortable with everyday English, challenge yourself with more complex topics like current events, science, or philosophy in English. This pushes your vocabulary and Comprehension. Focus on specific skills. Maybe you want to improve your academic writing, or give presentations in English, or understand specific professional jargon. Set specific skill-based goals to refine your fluency. Section 3. The joy of communication and connection. Ultimately, the goal of learning English is to communicate and connect with the world. Connect with global friends. Use English. To build friendships with people from different countries. This opens up your world and gives you incredible insights into other cultures. Explore new opportunities. English can open doors to new job opportunities, travel experiences, and access to a vast amount of information and entertainment. Share your story. Use your English skills to share your own stories, ideas, and experiences with a wider audience, perhaps. You'll even start your own channel, inspired by AudioRead English. Remember, every single day, you are building your English skills. Whether you're listening to a story here on AudioRead English, writing a short note, or simply talking to yourself in the mirror, you are making progress. Be patient, be persistent, and most importantly, enjoy every step of this incredible journey. You've got this, and I'm here on AudioRead English to support you every step of the way. Thank you for joining me today. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next lesson.